I'm going to be talking about Unit 27.2b, the Barcelona Real Madrid game, the merit distinction part, where we're looking at Isco's strengths and weaknesses in training and competing, specific coaching and coaches, observational analysis and assessments, technical guidance, nutritional guidance, psychological guidance, and fitness guidance. In Isco's training and competing, for example, in the actual game, Isco's fitness levels obviously depleted throughout, as he was an offensive attacking central midfielder. He was able to play 80 minutes before he got subbed off, shown in the YouTube link. He wasn't fit enough to play the remaining time, as obviously it's a physically demanding position, meaning as his energy ran out, the opposition obviously be able to beat him easier, and he won't be able to attack with more energy as you usually would. Therefore, he got subbed off for a player with more energy, so then they could beat the opposition. Due to Isco being a predominantly attacking player, I wanted to look at the way he performed in the game and see his defending techniques and how he likes to defend. After the game, I saw that he didn't do very well. He missed 3 tackles and made 2 tackles that were fouled. Therefore, he had a 0% tackle success rate. One example of when he a failed tackle would be on the 75th minute, when Iniesta took on Isco, and obviously Isco's missed the tackle and Iniesta's gone in around him. This goes to show that his defending needs to improve, and he can do this through a defensive coach, go through one-on-one situations with him and do some drills similar to what happened with Iniesta. Isco's overall specific skills are very good. In the game, he makes a 92% successful pass rate, which is really good. And however, it is only 92%, which means it still can be improved. It is looked as a weakness, and this we can see a few failed passes here as he tried to do a long pass, like a through ball, and it was at the 57th minute. Whereas obviously he's failed the pass. It's not reached his teammate. This means that obviously just take it into training and do some long range passes, through balls, and pick up passes to your teammates. If he does this a few training sessions, he'll hopefully, through experience, take it into the game. As Isco's specific techniques are concerned, he needs to improve them. Again, it's a weakness. We can see that for example, I'm going to pick on his standing tackling. He's made 2 standing tackle fouls throughout the game, and again, as we said earlier, 0% tackling success rate, winning the ball. This therefore means that in training he's going to have to practice again one-on-one situations, not only jockeying and following where the attack is coming from. He's got to decide whether he can stick a foot in, when to make the standing tackle, and how to do it effectively without fouling. The next part that I'm going to be talking about is specific coaching and coaches, like techniques and drills, in order to improve the weaknesses that I've said above. So, for example, fitness levels for Isco. He obviously didn't last the whole game. He only made it 80 minutes, which isn't too far off, but still needs to be improved. Here we need to get him a fitness specialist coach in order to work on his cardiovascular endurance, in order to help him last the whole 90 minutes. Isco, as he's a central attacking midfielder, he does a lot of sprinting back and forth as trying to win the ball, because as the ball shuffles each side of the pitch, he's going to be going across, backwards, forwards. He's going all over the place. This therefore means a good drill to practice on would be, an example, shuttle runs. So if there was a specific fitness coach, they would get his coach to come to training, just do a bit of fitness, so shuttle runs, getting his sprint speed up, and just pacing himself in order to last longer in the game. Secondly, defending, as I've said before, 0% success tackle rate, meaning that if he had a specialist defending coach working with Isco, he's going to be able to teach Isco to time the tackle correctly and what sort of tackle to use: standing tackle, sliding tackle, just jockey, wait for them to make a mistake and jump in. It's just going to help Isco in future matches. A good drill that you could use is obviously just put him in a match situation, get other players to come at Isco, 1v1 situations, 2v2s, 2v1s, get him to set up and jockey, and obviously get taught when to win the ball and how to do it without injuring or fouling other players or himself. To improve Isco's specific skills, it's fairly easy, as if you have a specialist midfield coach, he'll be able to teach Isco like how to ping the ball, how to find the long pass, and how to get the ball from A to B. Basically, he's going to be practicing. He'll have a drill where you can obviously pass the long ball, but the coach will make Isco pass with his right and left foot to obviously get fair practice, and at his standards he obviously needs to be able to pass long range with both feet. Obviously this will help out in his game through the experience and training. Finally, specific techniques for specialist coaching. You obviously get specialist defending coaching, and in order to help Isco, a big weakness of his is standing tackles. The way he's made 2 standing tackles, mistimed and fouled the opponent. This obviously means that something needs to be improved, and the defensive coach will obviously get a drill, match situations where he can use standing tackling, practice it, learn from experience, game related practice, meaning that when he goes out on the pitch he can perform the same and hopefully get some successful tackles in. Isco's observational analysis / assessment, obviously in order to improve he'll have to watch himself and see how he performs, so he knows where he can improve and what to work on. For his fitness levels, he can just look at his performance, he can see where he's put in too much energy and obviously depleted early, so he's got knackered around the 75-minute mark and therefore subbed off at the 80th minute. He'll be able to see his performance depleting as he runs low on energy, meaning that he'll want to work on his fitness more, and therefore through training, what he's just observed, then he'll be able to last the whole 90 minutes without fatiguing. In order for Isco to improve, first he'll have to analyse and assess his own performance in his previous games, and obviously he's going to watch this Barcelona-Real Madrid game and he's going to see how he defended, and as we can clearly see he's got a 0% success tackle rate, meaning that obviously defending is a weakness for Isco and needs to be worked on. An example of where Isco performed badly in defending would be in the 64th minute when he made a tackle against Neymar. It was a foul tackle, therefore it also needs to be improved, and this can only be improved through a specialist defending coach working with Isco, just 1v1 situations, 2v1 situations, just defending and learning from experience to bring that into the game. Again, for specific skill, long range passing, that's a specific skill that Isco will obviously look upon on his game and see whether he's successfully made the pass, whether the pass been intercepted, whether the pass made it with the right power, etc. etc. One example that he'll look at is 49th minute pass, to pass it up the line, to obviously play forward, get the game going, and also go and attacking, being an offensive player. Obviously that was a successful pass. You look at that as a strength, but he would also look at the weaknesses. For example, there's a 57th minute pass where Isco passed a through ball. However, the through ball didn't make it, meaning that it was a failed pass, and this therefore is a weakness which Isco will look and think, maybe I need to work on my through balls, which if he sits down with the coach or goes out on the training pitch with the coach, easily fixed. Just do a few training sessions where there's an attacker, he sits back in sort of attacking midfield position, passing it through defenders, finding the striker, and just improving his passing. Finally, a specific technique that Isco can set himself on and analyse his performance would be standing tackle. Obviously, he's not made a successful standing tackle the whole game, meaning that in the 80 minutes that he was on the pitch, he was not successful in defending. Therefore, he needs to get a specialist coach to go out on the pitch with him and practice standing tackles on teammates in just defending situations, like in the game, 1v1 situations. He needs to be able to jockey the defender and know when to jump in for the tackle and know when not to jump in, so he can always read and make the attacker make the mistake. Firstly, I'm going to talk about technical guidance and how Isco can improve his technical ability, as we've been talking about standing tackle. Firstly, I believe he needs to straight away analyse his performance, look at how he done in the game, obviously not very well. He'll watch his performance, watch over it, maybe watch with it like a game analysis professional, just watch through it with him. After watching that, they can maybe, write notes, just jot down things that he needs to improve for his technical ability, and obviously he'll look upon that standing tackle. And then after that, he will speak with his coach or a specialist defending coach and go out onto the training ground with him and both practice standing tackles. A drill that can be used to improve standing tackles would be a coaching session on waves. The drill is called waves, and players stand behind each goal, and Isco, for example, would run out. He would be defending one. He'd be a one defender, and then however many 1, 2, 3 attackers would run from the other side of the goal with the ball at Isco, and he would have to try and defend the best he could in a 1v1, 2v1, 3v1 situation. And then after that has gone, it would be a counter attack, so 2 more people from Isco's side of the goal would run, and it would be a 3v3 situation against them on the counter, for example. Through improving a technique such as a standing tackle will allow Isco to perform better in the game, obviously, and could potentially open up opportunities for his team to score on the counter in an actual game. It can also, such thing as a standing tackle getting 100% defending rate. Isco's going to obviously be seen by managers, other players, his peers and fans as a better player, which again will boost his confidence, so he'll be able to perform better. He will also be looked by other clubs for better wages, better play, better teams. Everything will improve. His managers he'll have a better relationship. He'll get more time on the pitch. He won't start on the bench. Isco, through something so simple yet technically difficult, he improves that, and he'll become a better athlete overall and will progress in the future. For Isco, as a offensive midfielder